gonna see this. Such a cool event that they put on. So there'll be live people in here as the shepherds and stuff. Oh no.
He's so sophisticated looking.
Figure we'd show you guys how it looks from this end instead of the drone view like we did a video or two back. So all we do, we fill up the trough here. We filled up 3 buckets. So those 2 are already in the trough. This one's got to go in the trough. And then all we do is go down here and we open the gates and let them come down here and eat. Pretty simple. I bet she has one side that's not gonna produce.
That is 106. And low, so she's probably gonna go soon.
So what Christy and I are doing right now is we're going down the line and we're trying to look at everybody's udders to kind of see where they're at as far as pregnancy. Yes, they're, oh, excuse you, PJ. They're all pregnant, but as you can see by bags, some are much farther along than others. Example being, she has a pretty good sized bag, whereas if you look at hers is much smaller and really not, I'm not gonna say it's filling, but it's not full, whereas hers is really close to full. So that's the easiest way to kind of see. Let me see if I can find one that's, let me find one that's not full at all, but it's pregnant. So her, right, she is pregnant, but she has almost no bag. And that's just because she won't get a bag until about a week to 2 weeks before they actually lamb. That's generally when they fill up. So they don't always, well, they don't have a bag for very long before they give birth. So that's another bonus of having this setup. Makes it to where we can feed them and check on them. You can see really well, especially like right now, it's nice and sunny out. It's not always gonna be nice and sunny, but it still better to, even a cloudy day is still pretty good. You can see how wide she is. Number 210, very wide, but let's see what your bag looks like. Her bag is very full. This is a good example right here of what's known as potentially a wonder bagger. So she's a little puffy as far as her genitalia, but not really engorged or anything. But her bag is pretty much minimal. Her hips are not sunk in like Chrissy just said. So she's wide and definitely pregnant, but she's not near birth. Whereas she is hanging incredibly low as far as her stomach. Her hips, oh man, let me see if I can get closer to her. She's a really good example. Her hips are sunk in, not super low, but you can see how she's sinking in right there. And she has a very full bag too. So she won't be far behind. She's not gonna let me get close like Nibbles would, where I can actually lift her tail to show genitalia to see if it's puffy or not. Like I said, these are just the general characteristics we look for and try to keep an eye on. Even if we're not paying attention, they're still gonna give birth. 90% of them give birth with no issues. It's just that 10% that maybe have one that's a larger lamb and it's kind of stuck in the whole birth process. We have to assist and pull them. Might be twisted around. It's just different things like that. But for the most part, they're pretty good. So this mama right here is actually going up to the local church. They hold a nativity scene, a live nativity scene. So they get all the animals and they get volunteers that show up. And actually, it'll be on towards the end of this video. I'll give you a run through of what it's gonna look like. Really cool. They got camels. I mean, they really, it's amazing what they're putting together for that. It's a live nativity scene at Roby Baptist Church in Roby, Missouri. Number one problem that we have in the barn. Something about hoses. They constantly, these crimp fittings just don't last. Don't know what it is about them, but they just don't last.
We need a taller thing. The only problem there is lambs can't drink out of it then.
But that wouldn't fix any problems. It would create more problems. We're gonna move it up farther and we're gonna change hoses, but if anybody has any recommendations for a really good hose that's durable, I mean, the sheep really don't even mess with it. It's just that occasionally when they touch it with their head or something like that, for whatever reason, they're able to get it. I don't know what it is, but it's really aggravating. Because then we get water in the barn like this. Back, Spirit, back. Push. Push. Gentle. Spirit. There you go. Now push. There you go. Good girl. Good girl, Spirit. Push. You missed one. Gentle, Spirit. Push. 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 Don't turn away from him. Good girl. Back. They're all tucked back in for the night. The fun part is just, you know, figuring out what to do with this water. These guys get me too many times. But either way, they're fed for the day. And they're pretty much, we'll leave them alone the rest of the night. Chris is over here admiring her horses.
Pretty, aren't they?
There's something.
They're pretty.
Pretty good at burning hay. Well, we gotta get these guys ready to go up for their big debut. Mama and baby's got their big debut. We gotta get them up there.
We gotta go that way. Make sure the gate's closed properly.
Okay. I'll meet you over at the woodpile. You guys might like to see this. Woo! Well, let's just that.
Don't jump off like this, okay?
Pick her back up. Him.
I'm pretty sure.
Not sure.
It's a smaller one if it is. The other one has much bigger saddle feathers. He's a little balanced.
Unfortunately, had an incident with the puppy dog.
The wind's also blowing.
The wind was blowing pretty hard. He had an incident with the puppy dog, so he's getting nursed back to health by old vet tech here. That big fluffy guy.
I started calling him Fluff.
Fluff?
Don't know why.
He was just standing there. That's probably true.
Watch the floor.
I see a bit.
Lights up. Jacobs. You're welcome.
pretty much my last task for the night is topping the skid steer off with fuel. We had a really good time at the live nativity scene, and hope you guys enjoyed the video from it. Hope you enjoyed the video overall. I want everyone to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed week.